Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I recently shot something very fun with Clinique. We were shooting with a couple of other bloggers as well. There was Shreya, Malvika, Sonal and Ankita, and the five of us shot 2 Instagram videos that were really fun. The entire shoot was so much fun and they kind of created this makeup look on me. Not exactly the same, but something like it. It's a very rosy, flushed look for the winter. They used a couple of new makeup launches and skincare products from Clinique that are perfect for the winter time that I'll be talking about in today's video actually. So today's video is in collaboration with Clinique and it's going to be all about creating this rosy, flushed winter makeup look. As it's starting to get colder outside, it's time to bring out your sweaters from your wardrobes. And I think there's nothing cuter than fluffy sweaters and flushed cheeks during the winter. So that's what I'm going for today. So I'm going to show you how I did my face today, right from prepping my skin for the winter up until achieving this rosy look. Let's get started, shall we? So I'm going to start with Clinique's Moisture Surge Extended Thirst Relief. This is a moisturizer that I've actually been using for the longest time. So I'll just take a little bit on my finger. This is all that you need, honestly. You don't need too much. A little goes a really long way with this product. It keeps your skin hydrated throughout the day and also adds like a little bit of plumpness to the skin. I just go over my skin in circular motions like this, and I also take it under the and I also use it in the area around my eyes because that area of my face is really dry. And when I'm using Moisture Surge, I don't use an eye cream, I just use the moisturizer itself. Now for lip balm, I will never do my makeup without using lip balm beforehand. This is from Bobbi Brown and it's actually a very well-loved product, as you can tell. And I have a habit, which is probably not a very nice habit, but I have a habit of scooping the product out with my nails like this, and then I use it over my lips. But when you have long nails, I feel like that's the only way to get actual product out. Now I'm going to let my moisturizer sit in for about a couple of minutes before I begin with my makeup. It's time for primer now. I'm using MAC's Prep and Prime Natural Radiance. I normally skip primer sometimes if I'm feeling lazy, but if I'm looking for like a glowy, dewy look, then I usually go for a primer like this one. It just provides a good base for me to put my makeup on, and I just feel like my makeup will last a lot longer if I use primer. Coming on to foundation now, this is Clinique's new launch actually. It's the Even Better Glow Light Reflecting Makeup with SPF 15. I'm in the shade WN22 Ecru. I will leave all details in the info box below. They used this foundation on me on the day of the shoot actually, and I really liked how it looked on my skin. They actually used this on me the day we were shooting and I loved how it looked on my skin. It's very natural and radiant. I'm sure it has light reflecting properties as the name suggests. The good thing is that it also comes with an SPF, so I don't need to use a sunscreen over my moisturizer. It has light to medium coverage but is easily buildable. For skin like mine, you obviously need a concealer to cover the spots once you use this, but it just looks beautiful on the skin and it lasts really long. So I'm going to take a little bit of product onto my hand and then I'll just use it all over my face and blend it into the makeup sponge. Okay, so this is the first time I'm using the foundation on myself actually. On the day of the shoot, they had someone else who did my makeup and I am really impressed. Of course, the coverage is evened out my skin tone really well, and I think I have like a very luminous finish. I don't know if you can tell that much on camera, but in person it looks really nice, like very natural, a very skin-like finish, and I don't feel like I'm wearing makeup. Now for concealer, I'm going to use MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer. I take a little bit of the product on my hand and then dot it all over the problematic areas on my face. It just helps me cover all my spots, my dark circles, and it lasts throughout the day. It's one of my favorite concealers. I have spoken about it before on my channel and I just absolutely love it. I have been using it regularly pretty much for a good 2 years now. Now I know that for some of you this base may seem like a lot of product going in, but this is what I do on my skin every single day, like when I'm going out for a meeting or for a shoot or for work or something like that. This is how I cover my spots and I get a finish that lasts throughout the day and I'm actually happy with it. So if you don't have skin like mine, you probably don't need as much coverage and you probably don't need to use so much product, but this is what works for me. Now to set my makeup, I'm using Clinique's blended face powder and brush. This comes with a brush but I have lost it, so I'm just going to use a normal fluffy powder brush to set my makeup in place. I think this is one of Clinique's underrated products honestly, because I really like the powder and I haven't seen that many people or anyone actually talk about it. I'm in the shade 03 Transparency and I'll leave a link to it in the info box below. I'm just going to dust it off until I have very little product left on the brush. just about enough to set everything in place without over drying my skin. And then I'll just quickly sweep it all over my face. Now for the brows, I'm honestly not too fussy about my brows because I like keeping them very natural. I mentioned this before, but I just fill in this little gap over here, and that's pretty much all I do with my brows. I didn't carry a brow product with me on this trip, so I'm just going to use Bobbi Brown's Longwear Waterproof Liner. I cheat like this quite often actually, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen that on my channel before. So I'm quickly going to fill in this gap in my brows and touch up a little on this side, and that's about it. I know that normally people put in a lot of effort into their brows, but I just feel like I've always liked my brow shape, and I don't do much to them. Now coming on to the cheeks, which is actually kind of like the hero of the look. I will be using this blush, which is Clinique's Cheek Pop in 04 Plum Pop, all over my cheeks for that rosy, wintry look. But before that, I want to do a little contour, like something very subtle, that will just add a little bit of structure to my face and some warmth, and then we'll go in with the blush. This is Bobbi Brown's bronzing powder in Golden Light 1. It's what I use every day. I've almost hit pan on the product, and it's just an amazing bronzer. I like the color on my skin, and I need very little product, honestly. You'll see now. Can you see that? I've barely taken any product, and it's already added a lot of warmth to my skin, and that's all I need for today. Okay, so my contour is done. Now it's time for the blush. I'm a little nervous about this because I don't want to go overboard, but I don't want to put on too little. I'm not someone who uses too much blush, so let's see how it goes. I'm taking a little bit to begin with, not too much, and I'll build up as I go. Wow, this is really pigmented. I don't know if it's showing up this much on camera, but in person, there's a lot of pink. I'm just going to use a little bit on the apple of my cheeks and then go upwards. Okay, so on a normal day, I would probably step out with this much, but because we're going for a rosy winter look, I'm going to use a little bit more blush, and then of course, I'll blend it in properly. Now for the eyes, I'm going to be using the same blush on my eyelids as well, but for a base, I'm going to use this palette from MAC. It's their Burgundy x9 eyeshadow palette. Now I'm using a flatter eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of the same blush to use mainly in the contour of my eyes and just a little bit around the outer corner. Okay, so I've pulled you in closer. Maybe you'll get a better look at it now. Can you tell? This is all I want, like that subtle pink hint, and I'm good to go. I feel like the pink on my cheeks isn't showing up on camera at all. I'm gonna need a little bit more. Okay, now I'm just gonna use some mascara to complete the eye makeup. This is my current favorite mascara. It's gonna be part of my yearly, monthly favorites, I'm pretty sure. It's Bobbi Brown's Eye Opening Mascara, and I love it. Just one coat on my upper and lower lashes, and I'm good to go. Can you see the difference? I feel like mascara is a game changer. Okay, so my face is pretty much done. It's time for the lips now, which is the most exciting part for me. This is a new launch from Clinique, and I'm going to be using the lipstick for the first time today actually. I just opened it from the packaging this morning. And I removed. So basically this is the pigment, the product, and this is the wand. They both came separately in the package. This is a shadow cushion powder lipstick, which is unlike anything I've used before, and I'm super excited. It apparently has a matte finish, and we're going to see how it looks now. This is in the shade 05 Blossom Pop, by the way, and I'm going to twist the product now to make sure that we get pigment onto the wand. Can you hear that? That's basically the sound of the pigment coming onto the wand. And now, when I remove it, this is what it looks like. I love the color. Oh my god, I'm so excited to try this. I was reading about it online, and it said that if you have dry lips, which I do, you should use it over lip balm. So I'm really glad that I have lip balm on. And yeah, let's do this. Okay, oh my god, this is beautiful. It feels so nice on my lips. tip of the wand is also quite precise, so I wouldn't need a liner to outline my lips before I use this. The pigment is so impressive, don't you think? It's super comfortable, but it's also very matte. Okay, I am definitely getting my hands on a nude color in this product because I really like how this feels on my lips, and I'm so impressed, can you tell? I'm just gonna finish the look off with Estee Lauder's Set Plus Refresh Perfecting Makeup Mist. I don't step out of the house without using makeup setting spray, and this is a really good one that I have been loving recently. Okay, so this is my final look. I had to kind of tone down the blush a little bit because it was a little imbalanced. I couldn't tell on camera or with the mirror I had, but I feel like it looks all good now. And I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think it's really important to use the right kind of skincare that is kind of custom fit to your skin, which is something that Clinique is an expert at. Especially during the winter, you need to make sure you're taking good care of your skin. Especially during the winter, it is so important. As always, the links to all the products I used in today's video will be mentioned in the info box below. And if there's any more questions you have, please leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to help you out. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!